Welcome to Dove and Dragon Radio. I'm your host, M.L.Ruscsak. I'm here with a special guest from Nigeria.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are a very special guest all the way across the ocean from where I'm at. So welcome, Emmanuel. So please tell our audience what you do.
Thank you. Okay, so basically I am an email copywriter. I write emails that clients send to their list and they're able to profit from it in 15 minutes a day.
Awesome. So
that's basically the short version.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a really very short thing. I mean, copywriters, they do a lot of work. I mean, doing an email just for one client for one email is a lot of work. So you're getting them the clip note version, basically. But
yes, exactly.
What brought you into doing copywriting?
Okay, so basically, I had a mentor of mine who had been keeping that pressure on me for me to build an email list, build an email list, build that it is important. Social media is a red land. And then I started to venture into it. And when I tried it, I made my list, then I made my offer. And it felt as if my emails were ignored. Like they read it and they didn't sign up. So I thought about the whole process, like how would I just email my list and they won't buy my offer? So I abandoned it for like 2 to 3 years. And then I came back to it again and I built another list and I sent offers again and it was cricket all the way, like damn cricket. And so I started to go back to learn from the masters, from those who are good and they get a profitable returns on emails like Ben Setsu, Laura Begre, Marisa Corcoran, and I discovered a set of persons, their emails, and I began to consume their products as well. And then when I went back the next time, it was becoming far more profitable. And then I realized the reason why it was difficult at first for me and what changed afterwards. So I started to use that to help as many people as possible who are struggling, not just with selling, but with converting their prospects via emails to clients.
Right, because it doesn't matter if you're an author, entrepreneur, major business owner, CEO or corporation, what your niche is. It doesn't matter. We all send those emails out for leads. We want you to buy something from us. It doesn't matter if it's a coaching product or a book or, you know, whatever it is. We want you to invest into our company. So we need people like Emmanuel to write those emails because we don't have time or the knowledge to write them professionally one-on-one to get the message out for them to have the conversion from reading to buying.
That's right.
Let's see, I know a little bit about what you do.
That's right. That's good.
Once you tell me exactly what niche you're in, I can pretty much figure out what you're doing.
That's a good one.
Yes, I might not know how you do it, but I understand the process of it. And I understand me as a business owner. I don't have the time to do your process, so I hire people like Emmanuel to do that for me.
Yes, as what referred to as settling in your zone of genius or your area of strength, then outsource the rest that is not yours, so that it can be profitable on both ends.
Mm-hmm. You do, because you have to have the conversion. If you don't have the conversion from, okay, A, are they reading it? B, are they opening it? You know, you have to get through that part first. Once they're getting to the point, yes, it's delivered to the actual mailbox and not into spam. Then you go to, are they opening it or just deleting it? Once they get to open it, now are they responding? And
One
this
of
is,
the things I would love to quickly drop quickly now that you've mentioned the place of open rate is that I've also come to discover that I've also come to discover that a lot of marketers these days, they focus more on, yeah, I'm having 40% open rate, and I've got to talk to a lot of business owner, course creators, coaches, consultants in the last couple of months, and a lot of them have like high open rates,
mhm,
40%, 20%, 25%, and I came to discover that even with all of those, whenever they send their offers, it is like no one is buying. And one
mhm,
of the truths I've come to also uncover in recent times is that it is not that you need everybody to be opening your emails. You need the right set of persons to be
mhm.
opening those emails. That is why most times when you I don't know if you are familiar with affiliate marketing,
I am.
when you promote the product
Mhm,
of another person. Okay, that's fine, that's good. So you discover that it is those with small lists, let's say 5,000,
mhm,
that tends to dominate the contest over those that have a list of 100K, 150,000 on their list. Yet those with 5,000 will dominate the list. Why? Is because this set of people have learned to curate their list in such a way that they have only those that are right fit for whatever it is that they are going to sell to them, that are present on that list. And that is what most marketers or most coaches are unable to do. They believe that it is having as much persons as you can on the list so that you can be able to sell to them. And this brings me back to my days of when I was making phone calls, when we having sales conversation, on sales calls, and you were told to make 100 calls a day. I saw that after making 100 calls a day, five would indicate interest, and four will tell you, I'll think about it. And once you get that feedback, just know that they're not going to buy from you. And then only one will just look at you and, let me just buy. So it becomes a game of numbers. Rather, when you can actually have like 10 qualified leads and just convert at least five out of those 10, rather than having to speak to 100 persons on a sales call, spending hours that you would have used to focus on other things,
mhm.
and then converting one out of that 100. So basically, when it comes to back to the email and open rate, when it comes to open rate, what that is about is that you need to have the right set of persons on your list. So it is not more about having a list per se, it's about building an audience. And what I refer to these days as a red hot audience, seeing that I don't have a name for that actually now. So I call it a red hot audience. So you need to build that for your list, and that leads to greater conversions. Even if you have like let's say 20% opening your emails, there are
Mhm.
those that once you send it, you are gaining the revenue of about 9K, 15K, 50K from your emails. And that is great than having 40% and having nothing um gotten from that.
No, it makes perfect sense because, okay, I do a lot of affiliate marketing as well as influencer marketing. So it's the same product as in an email, but on social media. It's the same principle. If you're taking 10 of your clients that you talk to every day, you know those 10 people will buy anything because they trust you. It's the same thing with your email. If they know you and you talk to them as a person, not just here's a sales ad, buy my product. It's those are the ones that go, oh, another sales ad, and throw it in the garbage. It's the same thing here in the US. If you have ads in your mail in the post office, they get the ads. Okay, another ad goes in the garbage. We don't even look at that. You have to have a niche, but you also have to talk to customers as people, as friends. Is that about right? You're not very talkative, but it's okay. I do a lot of talking, and I know the niche very well. And this is something that our copywriters do, is they take your email. They take your email list. If, say, I know some of
That's
my
right.
authors have
That's true there.
email lists of like 100 people versus 150,000 people. It depends on, the author. The ones that have an email list of 100, they get so frustrated because they only have 100 people. Well, those 100 people are actually better than 150,000 people. Oh, we lost Emmanuel for a second. It sometimes happens.
Okay.
There you are. But yeah, those 100 people are better
Yeah, I'm
than the
back.
150,000 people. Why? Because you know them. They trust you. You have to build the trust and the connection to your market. That is why copywriters like Emmanuel are so important to any business. It doesn't matter if you're an author, an entrepreneur, or big time CEO. You have to have those copywriters within your network. But where can our listeners and our viewers find you to connect with you directly for your services?
That's right. And that's good there because that trust is essential to sales. Okay, so basically, I am quite the lazy email copywriter. I like to keep things light and simple. So when they search for my name on Facebook, Emmanuel Aginam, they'll be able to locate me there, and they could send a message to me on Messenger as well to learn more about my services. So what that means is that I basically don't have a website, and for clients that I've worked with, there are those that don't have a website that we've been able to make sales from. Actually, a particular client that I had, who is currently she's pregnant with another child, and she's from Mexico, living in America. She doesn't
Congratulations.
have, doesn't have, thank you. She doesn't have a website, but we've been able to make sales in such a way that has helped her with her current debt and not having to go back to her 9 to 5 job. So basically, I just love to keep things simple. So once they reach me on Facebook with Emmanuel Aginam, Aginam, they'll be able to get a glimpse of my services and what I do, and also reach out to me.
See, that's always important. We got to the point in our businesses that you have to be to the business owner or entrepreneur or the niche that has the best website or the best. That's not always the case. Some of the best people keep things the simplest. Why? We want to work and not work on our websites.
That's right. And most times, most of those websites is to also funnel them back to your email list, which is where you want them to be in order to continue to nurture them, to groom them. Because basically, what I do most times is not just writing the sales emails or the welcome series, is also to create that nurturing sequence for them. And so you want them that even if they land on your website, you're able to funnel them back to your email list, which is where you want them to continually be, in order to nurture them and create that trust and relationship with them that turns them into Biseka customers and audience for what you do.
Right. I mean, the website's there when you have a product that you want to sell for the masses. But when you're going to a targeted audience, you want them to come to you because they trust you, not because your website is flashy.
Yes, that's true. Because of the trust, that's why you want them to come. I want them that whenever they land on your website as well, they are not just going to scroll and scroll and scroll and not end up revisiting them. So unless you have like a retargeting, maybe you run ads for those that land on your website, you need to follow them back list.
That is very true. Well, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you.
And for our,
It's my pleasure being
it's always a pleasure to have guests from other countries come on my show. I love it. I love having the international audience.
Thank you.
So for our reviewers and our listeners, happy reading.